Can you tell us this? Like, what's your thoughts though on Antonio Pierce getting fired? I know that's your man. I think you grew up with him. You actually know him. What are your thoughts behind this? Did they make the right move?
I mean, everyone saw it coming, right? Unfortunate. They didn't give him anything. I had a whole fucking. I was going to go in on this whole thing. This is the way that people are building franchises now, and it's unfortunate. They fired Gruden. They fired McDaniels. Now they fired Antonio Pierce in a matter of 3 years. How do you become conducive as an organization if you're firing a coach every year or two? This is the new thing. Listen, man, I had a whole eloquent speech about this. It is what it is. At the end of the day, though, you cannot expect this guy or anybody to go in there with no number one receiver, losing your number one back, no O-line, no fucking quarterback, and you're expecting them to win. Max Crosby gets hurt. You have no other help on the other side of him. I'm trying to figure out who the fuck was supposed to win in that scenario. Who? And what school? What program? What organization is supposed to win with that setup? At least New England had a quarterback. I'm just saying. Now, what do you do going forward? I told you a month ago on this show, Smitty. Who did I?
You said group. Who did you say?
Mike Vrabel.
Mike Vrabel. Okay, so, Vrabel. Yep.
I said one of my sources told me I was going to get Mike Vrabel is going to be the head coach. And it looks like it'll happen. And I think it's going to happen 911. I think it's going to happen immediately. And I think it's going to happen right away. He'll be the head coach as I said he would. It looks like my source was right. And listen, in a town of glamour, gold, and of course gambling, star-riddled city, Vegas, where what you do in Vegas stays in Vegas. You need a blue-collar motherfucker like Mike Vrabel to balance that out. That's my personal opinion. Mike Vrabel's the perfect blue-collar fit in a town that is starstruck, that is bougie, that is all about fucking how many stars are at the Bellagio that night, who you saw when you took your girl to fucking play blackjack. I saw Brad Pitt. I saw fucking Tom Brady. Fuck all that. Mike Vrabel needs to balance it out and bring in a blue-collar approach and get nasty again in Las Vegas. Because after all, Las Vegas Raiders are still the fucking Raiders who used to be in the dirt Coliseum of Oakland and the dirt Coliseum of LA, played on baseball fields, the craziest fan base in the world, cats that are passionate about football. That is still the Raiders. Vegas has created a fucking corporate media Raiders organization, not a nasty, dirty Raider nation that used to be. And that's the fucking problem that we have in Las Vegas now. It was the worst decision ever to go to Vegas, take the Raiders to Vegas. I think Mike Vrabel's the only shot that you have to being grounded again and getting back to a blue-collar environment with your best player. Your only superstar right now is also a blue-collar worker, Max Crosby. So
I like that. I'm not mad about that, man. My only pushback or question to follow up is with the Patriots job now being open. You don't see Mike Vrabel being more of a favorite for the New England Patriots, knowing he's won a championship there, he's played there, knows the owner, understands the culture. I feel like he would be more of a fit there going back home than going out to Las Vegas.
Nah, I don't believe so. I think he wants his own thing. Listen, what do they call it? A double-edged sword?
Yeah.
Here's the issue. What you know also is what keeps you from doing certain things, right? Let's be honest. He knows Robert Kraft, and he knows why Belichick left. He knows why they fired their last coach. He knows Robert Kraft to a T, right? Why would he be in that scenario if he knows what's going on there in Vegas in New England? Maybe he's like, I want to do my own thing like I did in Nashville. He went to Tennessee and they beat Belichick in New England. Remember that? They barely shook hands after the game and in the first round of the playoffs. I
Yep.
I think he wants to go to Vegas and do his own thing. Personally, I think he wants to do his own thing, and I'm not mad at it. I think he knows Robert Kraft is a Thai massage away from fucking ruining that franchise some more. So that's just where I'm at with it. I think he's going to Vegas, man. Like I said, I wouldn't be mad at it. I think Vegas fits him great because he doesn't give a fuck about Las Vegas and what it brings, Smitty. He doesn't care about the shit that Vegas offers, in my opinion. He's about business. I think he wants to get it going. So that's my thing. Smitty, here's what I was gonna say. He's out after one season. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Can you hear me? Yep. All right. Listen, we anticipated this, but in no way, this is no way to build an organization long term. Here's the issue. Like I said, they got to go get a receiver. I would say maybe since there is no quarterback in this draft, you go get a roster and build a team as Vrabel knows how to do. Around Max Crosby on defense, you make that defense legit, like the Chargers and Harbaugh have done in 1 year. You can do it in the Raiders as well next year. Vrabel gets that defense right, goes and gets a one wideout and a one running back to go along with possibly the best tight end in football right now with Brock Bowers. And then you let Aiden O'Connell just be Aiden O'Connell because you don't got to pay him. See if he gets better around an actual environment that's conducive for winning with a good fucking system around him, not having to go through 2 offensive coordinators in 1 season. Put him around some fucking actual movable pieces that will align together and just leave him because he has a big arm. He has everything you need. You just need to put some fucking structure around him and give him a legitimate OC with a fucking couple pieces and then just build around him for 2 years. You're not trying to win the Super Bowl next year, Smitty. Let Vrabel come in there and build a program. Stay on the cheap with O'Connell, and then find if you can trade for a big-time quarterback down the road or draft a guy that's coming down the pipe in the draft in a year or two. I would say do that. That's me, but what do I know?